So before we start this episode, I wanted to recommend that you go to Spotify or YouTube and watch this episode instead of listening to it, only because there are captions. So this is only our third time ever using this equipment, and this last weekend I was put in charge of doing it solo. My husband was not home, and I could have sworn the microphones were working. Turns out they were not. And so the whole episode, the audio is kind of strange, but we have worked very hard to try and get it to what it's supposed to be. So if you continue on, go on ahead and listen. But I just wanted to let you know that. And we appreciate your patience, and we're still learning. I'm still learning. And I promise we're going to get better and better every single week. But thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. And I'll talk to you soon. Welcome to Hot Couple Chronicles, a podcast exploring the swinging lifestyle. Our discussions may contain explicit content and adult themes intended for mature audiences. While we strive to offer valuable insights and entertainment, please be aware that the views expressed are based on personal experiences and opinions. We encourage listeners to approach the content with an open mind and to prioritize communication, consent, and respect in their relationships. Remember, everyone's journey is unique, so take what resonates with you and leave what doesn't. Thank you for joining us on this adventure. All right, welcome back to Hot Couple Chronicles. This is Ashley. I am without Russ today. I have my friends Ash, and we got Lady Hayes over here. And over here is one half of Oregon Couple. And I wanted to do an episode kind of on the women's perspective of things and how it's like to be a woman. I share a lot of my life with a lot of these girls, and I love them deeply. So I kind of wanted you to get to know pieces of me and some of my favorite humans. I love all the women in this space, but these guys are definitely some of my faves. And so we're just kind of sticking with that theme. I have a few questions and then some kind of, group whoever feels comfortable talking about stuff. And yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be good. They're a little bit nervous. They're a little nervous. I think they're nervous. I'm a little nervous too. I usually have Russ carrying me. So me doing it on my own is I do have questions. I usually don't have anything written down. I usually kind of wing it, but I kind of wanted to keep it on track. We kind of want to start out with we'll introduce ourselves and kind of talk about how long you've been in lifestyle and your dynamic and all the things we have to do as swingers when we introduce ourselves. Go on.
I'm Ash. Lived in a lifestyle before I met my husband as a single mother for about 5 years and 12 years of monogamy, and then 3.5, 4 years now on non-monogamy.
What's your dynamic?
It changes. It really changes depending on the relationship that we have with the couple. Towards the beginning, obviously, you have a lot of rules. You don't want anybody to end up hurt, and you're processing a lot of info coming straight in. But our dynamic now is it's really about connections that we make with couples, and they're like, "Oh, do you do this? Do you do that?" I'm like, "Well, how much I like you, how long I've known you, how good the connection is," and so it varies. But we always go with protection first, obviously, and we always stay in communication.
Always number one. It always sounds so cliche. I always say it a billion times, but like communication is number one.
Just tell me.
Well, number one answer for everything is
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Ladies. Hello. Who are you? Who are you? Tell us more.
So I am Lady Hayes. Most people know me as. Me and my husband have been in a non-monogamy relationship for 6 years now. We've been together for 13 years, married for 5. So he's all I've known since I was 18. So we've
experienced
everything. Learned. So everything has been, and our dynamic is exactly the same. Situational, for sure. It just we're down with vibes and connections. Connection is a big thing for us. So if you got it, then I guess. Yeah. Then this Oregon couple that's here. Oregon couple here. Me and my husband have been in the lifestyle for going on 4 years now. We've been together for 12. We lived a very monogamous lifestyle for 8 of those. Um, Same with these ladies, situational. It's all about the vibes. It's all about the connections. It's definitely great experiences along the way. It's been a beautiful, beautiful journey. It's fun. It's been fun.
All right, to get us warmed up, what is one word or phrase you'd use to describe your whole experience as a woman in life? It could be whatever, whatever comes.
I'd say growth. Growth.
That one really caught me off. I never expected the self work that we have to
Growth
do.
is a big one. I didn't. I've never been one. I grew up not being able to communicate with people. I was scared to communicate because of, childhood things. But growing with my partner as a female and being able to communicate and be myself with my person, I've watched myself grow so much in 13 years, for sure. So growth, absolutely. Yeah.
Um, less self-centered.
It's a good one. Yeah, it's a good one. Absolutely.
Like, and I still struggled with it in the beginning of our journey. I really struggled in the beginning of our journey. I was so used to it being about me and my horns. And something we're still working towards is going at the slowest partner's pace. And that's not something that I was used to. It was something that I was hesitant going into. It was like a me
On your own, yeah.
Yeah.
Learning,
And there were times where I felt my needs didn't matter because I have to go at his pace. I think I can try.
Because you're like, I already know it. Yeah, I know what's yeah. And he's still like, whoa, yeah.
It's a struggle, and it's still a struggle sometimes because he's a shy boy.
And like, everything changes always. Like, you're never the same person in every single situation.
Yeah.
Mentally, physically, like there's other stuff going on sometimes. And
and people ask like, oh, did you convince your husband? Usually it's the other way around. Like, right, that husband is the one he's putting out.
We're the ones that did it. Why is it always the women?
It was definitely something that didn't come easily for him.
Yeah, he's had to learn.
He's still learning. I haven't seen much of, I haven't experienced much of you and your partner's play dynamic. Can you explain it a little bit more?
We're still, we still consider ourselves newbies, even though we've been in for 4 years, because we took it really slow, and that's what we definitely wanted to do in the lifestyle. Now we're starting to venture out a little bit more and learning ourselves a lot more. And it's like there's so many new things. It's like, hey, I didn't know I enjoyed that, or wow, like you keep going, man, go best friend, go. Like it's been so it kind of we're learning. I'd say we're still learning a lot more about ourselves. Still exploring it, still trying things. Like I know it. It's like I didn't know I liked that. Let's do it again. How did you feel about it? Yes.
Everything positive.
Absolutely. I think we've had like maybe one negative experience, but that's when we started speaking in this lifestyle. But after that, it was a learning experience. I wouldn't really say it was negative. I would say, okay, we're learning from this. This is going to be growth. This is definitely what we don't want. This is definitely what we do. And so we went forth with it. And we were like, yes.
Hey, beautiful. If you're looking to feel confident and sexy, Voluptuous Vixen has got you covered with stunning lingerie and outfits that fit every curve. And for our listeners, you can snag 10% off your order with code HOTCOUPLENGA at checkout. Don't miss out. Check out the link below and find your next favorite piece.
All right, now we're back.
And continuing on, we're kind of going to talk a little bit more about empowerment and confidence and being a woman and the lifestyle. As a woman, how has the lifestyle changed how you see yourself?
Um, I feel more beautiful in the lifestyle because I see a lot more beautiful people of all sizes and ages. And it made me realize that I was unique as well. And I didn't have to fit into a certain mold. Then I could have certain likes, and they didn't have to be traditional.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay to be different. Okay, and everyone embracing their differences.
My husband has a hard time like pinpointing who I'm into.
He's like, I thought I knew what you liked. And then we joined the lifestyle. He's like, I'm so confused because it is just so fun and chemistry. He's like, I don't know which one you're into. He's like, he thought he knew.
So seeing that and being in that environment made me realize I could be who I am without trying to be someone else.
Yeah.
And it made then somebody
Oh, yeah.
will be attracted
There's
to it.
going to be people out there for you. So that's why I tell everyone all the time that get discouraged. They're like, I haven't found many people. And I'm like, I love there's out there. You're going to have to maybe look a little harder based on like where you live and stuff, but you can find people. You'll find people. It's just keep looking.
For everybody.
Yeah, that's what everyone's always worried about. Like, I'm not the right shape or size or person. I'm not this cookie cutter. I'm like, no, you're perfect.
Yeah.
Like, that's exactly, step back into the real lifestyle. That's exactly what it is. It's about all the different people. All right, and for the next one, we're going to go with Oregon couple. How do you think being the lifestyle has shaped your identity as a woman?
I wouldn't say like shape my identity as a woman, but I do like dressing up for the themes. I do like going all out for that. Like I don't always dress up. So there's this when I go out, I'm like, damn, look, I look good on the heels. So like all this look at all these beauty. Yeah, it's beautiful and seeing everybody so happy and all the compliments that go out. Like you can see everybody just building up, just like it makes it a more positive experience. It really does.
And Lady Hughes, how has your confidence been affected by being in the lifestyle? How's it changed or affected?
Positively and sometimes could be negative. I am not. I'm a big girl. I'm not big girl. You know. In the beginning, I was very scared that I have my person. Nobody's gonna want anybody but him. And surprisingly, I've gained a lot of confidence because I've got a lot of attention from that I didn't know that many people actually found me attractive or about what side, so like
I love the curve.
so yeah, I like, and sometimes I beat myself up in confidence too. Like I think we're always going to be our worst critics. We look at ourselves in the mirrors and we're like, I hate this.
There's always something there.
But I hear it every day. You're beautiful. I love your curves. So I struggle behind with negative confidence. But everybody that I have met loves me for, that's attractive to me, and that builds my confidence so much. I think everybody should be happy with themselves, and I am happy with myself. I do, but I wish I could change some things, but as long as he's happy, I'm happy, and as he likes it, then at the end of the day,
as long as you and your partner.
But I did not know going into the lifestyle that I would have so much more confidence bringing in attraction from other people. I didn't know I was capable of doing that.
And it's a common.
And my husband gets off on that too. He's like, yes, that's it's like, so I positive and negative, and it's not.
Oh yeah, let me do something. All sunshine.
No, it's definitely not.
It's not. The lifestyle isn't like that.
You're absolutely.
Yeah, she does. So gorgeous.
So gorgeous. I love you guys.
I love you. How do you navigate friendships with other women in the lifestyle? How's friendships like
Difficult.
of different women?
Friendships are difficult. It's difficult for me to trust. I've been hurt in the past, and that's even outside of the lifestyle. Um, Everything that embodies a Scorpio. I'm extremely loyal, and I really treasure those that are very close to me. But I find it incredibly difficult to forgive and forget. I'm not vindictive. It's just something I just move on from if it's not
Serving you.
if it's not serving me. I don't trust it. And yes, I have lost a lot of friendships and business opportunities in the lifestyle.
It's messy.
You can
You have a different dynamic than a lot of like people that are listening and stuff. A lot of people that are listening just go to clubs, every couple months and go,
Yeah.
So we have like a little bit deeper there's a lot more stuff that happens that most people don't want to deal with, but it does get a little bit. There's a lot of other dynamics going
It makes it difficult though, and some people would call it almost polyamorous, and I'm not
on.
emotionally.
Like line. We're always teetering that line because we spend years with people, like a lot of these people that we hang out with and that we love dearly.
I'm not polyamorous, but there is a very big level of trust for those.
Yeah.
Some of the best friends that I've made in my life, but also some of the biggest heartbreaks.
Oh, yeah. And the next one, ladies. Do you find that women support other women in lifestyle or find them more in competition?
Lifestyle. That's a tough.
Yeah.
I think if you would surround yourself with the right people with a good heart, good intentions, you have
You'll
right.
find-
You have your empowerment. Sometimes people are in it for not, and that kind of makes it a little difficult, and you feel like you're obligated to have some sort of competition.
Yeah.
Like we're all doing this.
Back there, like, why?
We're all doing the same thing. Like we're the same people. Let's not. Why can't we just all love each other?
Take control of your reproductive health and wellness with Hello Wisp, your trusted partner in accessible care from the comfort of your home. Say goodbye to waiting rooms and hello to convenience. With Hello Wisp, you can access expert guidance and discreet solutions for your reproductive health needs all online. Whether it's birth control, STI testing, or other wellness essentials, Hello Wisp has you covered. And here's an exclusive offer for our listeners. Get 15% off your order with code NGA15. It's our way of saying thank you for choosing Hello Wisp for your reproductive health journey.
All right, and we're back. We're going to talk a little bit more just about the lifestyle in general. But these are way more easier and general lifestyle questions from a woman's perspective as a woman. Obviously, kind of based off of that, how do you manage expectations and pressure in the lifestyle? How do you go about that?
Well, definitely no pressure, because no, you're not going to pressure me to do anything. I'll walk away from that. Like, I'm going to talk to my spouse first. Like, that is something like, no, I don't. But I will not be pressured into doing anything that I don't want to do, and I don't expect anybody else to feel that way either. Like,
If you feel uncomfortable at all, I always say, like, even if you don't know why you're uncomfortable, you can't explain it, you just are feeling something, I'm always like, just take a second. Just take a second. Yeah. It's okay to say, I don't know why I'm feeling a certain sort of, I'm feeling something, and I don't know how to feel it.
feel it.
And when you have
Expectations, like, I have no expectations. Like, there's none.
I think that's the worst thing that you can have.
Yes.
kind of bouncing off of that, Lady Hayes, do you have a specific situation where you've had to overcome kind of feeling pressure, like in general? Just what are different kind of pressures that you might feel in lifestyle when you've have felt?
Honestly, I don't think that, not too many in my experience. I don't think so. By you?
Anal.
Oh, yes.
That.
Yes, absolutely.
That's one that's like
That's something I'm not.
yeah, it's very personal.
Yeah, it's very professional.
It's just
I
not
just
for me
think
personally.
I need to train that out.
I don't think I've ever actually been like pressured into doing anything that I've never.
I've always felt pretty comfortable.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nah, I'm gonna sit back on this floor. I'm gonna watch this.
Well, just you go into a play session, you obviously going to make sure that you're comfortable with those people,
and everybody is
yeah.
So, but I'm cool with pretty much anyone I'm playing with to be like, nah, I'm not feeling
Right,
it.
yeah.
I'll just sit over here and I'll watch you and I'll love it. And you go on ahead, but like it's just not today.
Yeah.
It's not today.
Agreed.
Yeah. I kind of like Ash, it's the same kind of thing. Like how would you talk to somebody if you are feeling pressured or feeling like there's someone with expectation that you aren't comfortable? How do you recommend kind of
I see.
approaching them? Speak slightly.
Yeah.
Yeah, just say something. Yeah.
I say no. Well, I have been in a position before, towards the beginning to where I didn't use my words. And I walked away from the experience not feeling great. And I regretted that. And I walked away saying, next time I'm going to use my words more. I've also been in positions where my words are not taken.
Yeah.
And without those beginning experiences, they weren't enjoyable to me, but it wouldn't have gotten me to where I'm comfortable
Yeah.
saying no.
You know
Yeah.
what you need to say.
So, no consent is key.
No means no.
And that's number one. That and communication are like the two main lifestyle.
Yep.
The most important things. All right. Both ladies. Fine. What are some common misconceptions that you hear all the time?
Because they think that
I went there.
I'm doing this thing, so does that mean they're going to come after? No, it doesn't work that way. First of all, the biggest is that we have these orgies every night, and
It's okay. Yeah.
am I allowed to? Am I allowed to?
Oh yeah, you're allowed.
Okay,
You're
so
totally-
I'm not trying to fuck everybody.
and I'm not
Okay, it's
fucking
not,
everyone.
and I'm not fucking everybody every damn night. It's not like that.
But
That is the biggest, like that, and STDs. We're full of STDs. We're
Yeah.
just sitting around. I'm not happy with my husband.
Yeah, that's the biggest one where
I'm like,
you're like-
excuse me, do you not? Me and my husband are madly in love with it.
Yeah.
That
not
bothers me. Like, and
he's not enough for you.
yeah,
He does not know how.
yeah, doesn't know how to
Doesn't know
please
how.
me. Oh, fish. I want everybody to
Experience my husband. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I'm not having massive orgies and parties, and I want to have sex with everybody that I see. And it's not like that. I'm like, come on, get over yourselves. And in a small town, Bible Belt, it's really hard to. Everybody knows, and you just have to get over the fact that it's.
I think you really just need to say, sir.
Yeah, you're good. That's what makes sure I can hear you.
I know.
Yeah, you can get to that point where
Well, you're subscribing to my profile in our small town.
you're watching.
You're watching, you like it, you can judge all you want, but you're paying for it. You're paying for judgment. That's okay. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't hurt me.
Oh, absolutely.
I think all of us are at that point where we're just kind of like, it is who it is.
That's where we are now. Like
I'm not advertising. I'm not telling everyone. I'm not running around. I'm a swinger.
if you stumble upon it and you're curious enough that you wanna, okay, then that's on you, buddy, not me.
You're there looking. You found.
I didn't push it on you, and that's something that we don't do with. We're not. It's one of those don't ask, don't tell type of things, and that goes with family as well.
Yes.
Don't ask, don't tell. You don't want to ask.
You don't need
We're good.
our sex lives with family. It's like always all the time. Like it's not.
You want to ask questions? I'll educate you.
Exactly. You come to me. I'm pretty.
I would rather you hear it educational wise versus
I was gonna say
what you think it's about. So
how do you go about how do you approach that?
that's the bet, and we have been approached, at our local bar, and it's like here, and I'm like, okay, well, let me tell you how it is.
I'll give you the real story, the real what it is,
and it's not. It's what you think it is.
It is now. No, we have had those conversations, and they're like, "That's it," and I was like, "Yeah, it's just a community of cool people that like
we're really good friends, and we can
say
we have
whatever.
rules.
Yeah.
We can dance without
Adult sleepovers with no men and just sleepover times that we never got. It's like
have fun
and bullshit and make fire and try to make.
I mean, we might drown later, but
Or feeling It's not always. I don't always. It's not. Last night we talked out and on the porch until me and her till like 3:30 in the morning, and then we went our separate ways and went to bed. It's not. Again, it's not that serious. It doesn't have to be weird. But if you don't want to go in the same room and do also the same thing. Like, all right. What advice would you give someone joining the list? Starting out.
Okay.
Always.
Yes.
Always. Yeah. It sounds all the time.
Communication is key. Like you have to express, you have to communicate with your partner. That is 100%.
Good and bad. You're good at that. It's not always great.
I know there's
Communication.
full or a couple of them. It's like, hey, this is like I'm feeling this type of way, and like let's talk. I don't know why, but let's do it.
Always good say it's not always gonna it's always gonna be like, this is great, this is wonderful, this is amazing and stuff. She talk a little bit more. How has the lifestyle changed since you began the lifestyle till now? What differences do you see?
A lot more younger.
Oh,
So many more younger, and they sorry, they turn swinger.
Yeah.
And that's always been kind of a cringe word. Ethically non-monogamous, polyamory is on the
the umbrella of
polyamory is so much on the rise, and so it creates a little bit of a divide, I think, because your traditional in swinger community is 35, 65. So you have this new generation coming in, and it's refreshing.
Yeah.
It's a little bit scary.
They're so open-minded.
They're very open-minded.
the 18, 19-year-olds, and they're just like, it's not that big of a deal anymore. Like, we're all gonna just be like, they're all in this like community commune, like they're ready to like, all live together. Yeah, they all just want to be together, and this kind of environment.
To me, I've never identified as polyamorous. Like ours is physically fun,
I understand.
physically open, emotionally closed, but it is on the rise for the younger generation. And they're so emotionally open, and I'm like,
Open-minded. Yeah, that's yeah. That's our difference for them. They are.
and they're amazed, and I love their outfit.
Oh yeah, they're just expressing themselves, going to thrift stores and just making clothes and like pieces. I love watching the younger ones. They're just so here for whatever is going on. All right, and then let's all share. Pass it around or whatever. What has been the most rewarding aspect of being in the lifestyle that you didn't expect?
Exploring so many different fantasies with my husband, and like I grew up like having I'm kind of a big girl, and getting to express that with my husband, he'd be like,
To enjoy yourself.
that's nice.
Yeah.
But this is a podcast. You can actually say what you're not fantasy.
So all of the things, and so like, and when I get to tell him, and he's like, and that backtracks to what Oregon said.
Yeah.
And she would, getting to, I like that. You talk about it and like, oh wow, that kind of sounds interesting, and you try it, and wow, did not expect that we would actually enjoy that. And then getting and not being judged for it as well.
You're not going to do it great. You're not going to do it well. Like, it's going to be messy. It's
Right.
gonna be weird.
And if I don't,
And I might not really,
and if I go backwards, we have that conversation of like, that didn't turn out how we thought it would. Well, we tried it.
Maybe we'll come back to it later, maybe not. Like, maybe.
And there are things out there that I would love to explore. And then when I get there, when we get there, we get there. But it's,
We might be different people.
yeah, absolutely. The fantasies that I get to explore with my partner is the biggest thing. And being able to be myself and confident, and whether he likes it or other people like it, I mean, confidence and fantasies for sure.
Oh, it's a question.
The most rewarding
The most rewarding.
thing. That's crunch.
Seeing my husband. Seeing my husband grow.
Oh, it's been fun. Yeah.
He went from like such a cock block motherfucker dealing with his emotions. We had so many fights, and I know this sounds
No, it's that. No,
No, we had some knockdown
it's not
drag
always.
fight. But finally seeing him settle into, most of those arguments and problems come from insecurities. He's really insecure about his sexuality, and he's still to this day learning about his sexuality, and it's such a give take with him. But when I see him, like, really just stop worrying and open his mind and seeing him enjoy himself, and I am the biggest cheerleader. I just love seeing that because that's how I grew up. I was always just sexually free, and there's an age gap between us, and his sexuality was hidden for so long, and it's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
I'm so much fun.
People are like,
Oh, no.
husband over there, and I'm like, tears. I'm like, I just love his growth journey.
I want to piggyback on that as well because I've also seen my husband blossom. Like he's grown, like he's always dealt with confidence issues. He's had like Bell's palsy and shingles when he was young, so it's caused a lot of facial things. So he has always had nobody's ever attracted to me. That's why nobody wants to play with us. And then but that's not always what it's about. You're like, he's, but him getting to actually, explore and blossom and that makes me feel good. And I'm just like, and I'm like, it makes, I'm
They feel like sounds like my sister. Yeah, like, go best friend. We always say that, like go best friend, go best friend. No, but that's so true. Like I'm the biggest cheerleader. Biggest cheerleader.
But I mean, I agree with every bit of that. Like seeing their growth and feeling my growth even.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Just as a marriage, just a part of like a relationship.
Yeah.
Absolutely. The communication skills this time even 10 times better. I mean, we grew on all line communication because that's how we talked for a long time. Like, so we're very open with each other. We're like, hey, yeah. And it's been amazing. Like, there's things that, it's like, wow, like, I didn't think that you would. He said, yeah, like, I'm like, yes, let's try it and let's do this. Like, I am so thankful for that because before you would be just so, you didn't know, like, you didn't know, like, I'm so proud. Like, but I love to see this grow. Like, it's fantastic.
All right, and kind of going off of that, what is something you wish that you would have known when you joined the lifestyle that you know now? Any piece of advice you'd give to yourself starting out that you would have done anything differently?
What was
Any piece of advice or something that you would have known back then? Would have you have changed anything that you've done?
I wish I would have maybe not necessarily educate, but we nosedive into it. We pillow talked about it for 3 years before we actually even signed up for. I heard off of a podcast, a very big podcast, and I was like, I texted him, I was like, hey, there's this app out there that connects you with people. We've been talking about it for so long. Why don't we just give it a try, give it a go? And I didn't know these things existed. And when we talked about it, we were like, well, so how do we do this? I wish I would have went. I mean, the podcast was great because you're educating people on how to start and do these things. I wish I had known these things whenever we first started because I would know how to go to a club and what to wear and kind of what to expect because we did not know anything. We went in blindfolded, and came out and we were like, buddy,
Mindfuck.
like this exists. And then to know that there's other places.
Yeah, there's so many more things.
There's more of us.
I didn't even know there was people on the internet. I didn't know it was anything.
And
like
so
we just found a secret.
So I say if it's something that you are pillow talking about, or you are interested, get on there, listen to a podcast.
learn.
Learn. Look where your little local clubs are.
Everyone's gonna have
You don't have to go to a club and
you don't have to. No, I say that all the time. Just go check it out. Watch. Go check it out.
check it out. If it's for you, cool. If not, okay, educate yourself, research. That's the biggest thing that I can tell.
Yeah. Learn all the things. Because your confidence, you're gonna feel more confident going into it, knowing that you know what to expect, what the rules are, what the kind of guidelines are, what people do.
And then I remember we lived and we were like
Oh my God, we sat for a week.
the whole thing, and we're like, we're not alone. Like there's other people. We're into this.
Yeah.
I'm like, do we
This is kind of hot.
do we want to go back?
Yeah.
Want to do it again?
Yeah.
And we've found ourselves keep going back and keep going back.
Get this from here. Like,
all right, cool. This is awesome.
I don't know what it is, but it's
Yeah.
And then Ash, do you have any advice that you'd give to yourself or others?
If you're in the ethically non-monogamous space, but also in the content creator space,
Cool.
so
That's
Separate, please separate.
that was really difficult with my husband and I, which I was getting in with a newbie, and there was a lot of judgment there. He would see, we had interactions with couples off camera, and then he saw interactions with me on camera, which was work, and a lot of judgment came from that from him in the beginning.
Yeah.
He was like, he looked at me very differently. I think that was probably one of the most difficult hurdles in the lifestyle for us, was him distinguishing between lifestyle connections and my work.
Yeah.
And that broke us almost a few times. But I think as soon as you can establish those boundaries and see the difference between real connections and work, which I do prefer connections with work, but there's a difference. If you do both, you know the difference. It was really hard for him to figure that out, but we figured it out together, and now we're both successful, and he's very supportive and growing.
Ready?
It took us to get there.
You're learning.
Do you have anything to add onto or any other advice?
I mean, that we went to our first club. We took it easy. We were like, we're here. Like, oh gosh, like this.
Yeah, sober one way.
So nervous.
Oh yeah.
That. Yeah. We're sitting a lot with people, and I'm like, oh, how are you? Like, yeah. Oh, hi. And then now it's like I can see the difference. Like I'm more comfortable with everything. Like I'm walking in, hey, how are you doing? This is me. This is who I am. You're either gonna like me or you're not. And I'm not gonna change for you. So like, definitely be yourself. Be yourself.
I think that sums that up.
Looking for a fun and welcoming community to connect with others who share your lifestyle? Join the Swinger Society Discord. It's the perfect place to meet new friends, share experiences, get tips, and have a great time with like-minded people. Whether you're new to the lifestyle or a seasoned pro, there's a spot for you. Come hang out with us in the Swinger Society Discord. You won't want to miss the conversation and connection waiting for you there. Our link is below. Click to join.
All right, now before we leave, kind of recap what we're doing this weekend. Why you're in my bed, how you got in my bed, all the things. What's going on this weekend? We've got a girls' weekend going on at my house, which is not very many people have been invited to my house, and these guys have been here just a couple times. But
You guys have been to my place.
oh yeah, the urgent home is the second home to ours, and same. We always said when we first started the lifestyle that we would never have our friends at our house. Like that was our no swingers at our house. It was a very big I don't think we would ever, because we have it's our house, but we are way on just a whole different level of.
We make exceptions for the sexiest of the sexiest.
Yeah, it's the top tiers are here. But we're having a girls' weekend. We did colored theme baskets. We have a reel and Instagrams and TikToks and all the things.
One person.
Go watch it.
One person.
So she threw it out there on a snap the other day and was like, let's do colored themes. And if there's there's TikToks about it and reels and all the things about it.
I always wanted to do that.
Yeah.
And I was
They're so cute.
guys, I don't know what we're doing, but we're going to do the cool.
She said tray though. So I was very confused.
I did say tray.
She did.
So originally,
Y'all asked me. We never said anything.
I think I was doing, maybe I had like the drinks in mind, but then it was no colored snacks, and then it turned into baskets, and then that's when I was like, "Hey guys, I bought my basket." Well,
She came busted into my house with this basket as big as she is. It's like full of all
strawberry.
Yeah, if you haven't seen it, go look at it. 'Cause it's
Yes, go find it.
And then Ash,
That's
we all did it. We all did it. We all did our snacks, and then Ash forgot hers.
I forgot
But
my tray.
remember-
Thank God I didn't show up with the tray because you guys switched to baskets.
I didn't
I
know.
just showed up.
You know what? We
with
switched to
wiener
baskets.
tray. It was a tray covered in wieners and red themed. They
She got
would
red.
have looked really bad next to y'all's, and I forgot it and showed up with a bottle of
Yeah, she came rolling up with just a bottle.
I think the
Valentinos. Oh, it was her.
You guys would have liked it much better.
That's a good idea.
But it was amazing. I had a cactus. Like, oh my God.
Yeah, she had a whole cactus tray. She couldn't do the tray. She did all.
It would have been perfect if I actually brought the tray, but I just showed up with a bottle of Tito's, so and it worked.
See, I was looking at Target when I got the message. I was like, yes. I was like, there's something perfect right here. This is perfect. It's a cactus. It's gonna work. It's gonna look like digging balls, and I'm holding it right. Yeah. It's fantastic. And then it works so good. Baskets. And I was like, well, I already moved the cactus.
I found the first thing one on your phone. I was like, it's fine. It looks like a laundry basket, and it works.
But hey, you reached out like a while ago, and wanted to do a girls' weekend.
Yeah, initially we were like talking about making stickers, and that's how it started. Was her stickers? So she was gonna bring all her machines, and she did, but they were not working. So that ended up not being a thing. But that was kind of an initial excuse for us all to like get together. I was like, we're gonna be crafty. Let's do crafts and arts and stuff. And so far, and then I just could have been like mentioned.
But everybody's been off the teeth.
Yeah, that's all.
And like Max out of the basket. But we've been drinking from homegirl that did not bring me a basket.
Yeah, she's so she's the.
It was
That's why I said it was perfect, and it turned out.
But you can do this though. Like you can be in a lifestyle.
Oh yeah, you don't have to have pressure to feel like expectations or like things are expected of you to do like just because you're together. And our husbands also know that we need this break.
Right, because they're not here.
They understand we need this break and we need girls. Yeah, and they're all supportive about it, but also they're like, FOMO. My husband's been in and out. He worked in third shift, so he's been like in and out for like a couple hours at a time, and it's killing him. He keeps having to leave and go to work. Yeah, he just left, so I'm sorry. He had to watch us four hot ones. We're living our best life together.
I said we surprised them early in the morning.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, but the other three are gonna be sad.
Yeah, they'd be
What?
they'd be definitely thrown away.
The other three will
Russell's here.
be sad.
If Russ was here, like the other husbands,
Three husbands.
they
Oh,
haven't
my husband would be like, yeah, it's a 12-hour shift. How's that, man? Oh,
Hey, I'm just saying, I'm glad I made the drive. Because I have a big passenger princess. I love you. I love you.
I'm appreciative.
Passenger princess is gonna.
I didn't know she was coming. The other day, she's like, "Fuck it, I'm coming." She's like, "I'm coming. I don't even care. I'm coming."
when you stopped by my house last night, I was like hanging out with the kids, and hubby and I just finished dinner, and we were just enjoying some time. And you stopped by, and then you're like, "You better fucking come because I can't. You have to go."
You went 6 hours. You go 2 hours.
I literally drove to the gas.
Unfortunately, we aren't close.
You're like,
You're not. It's not that serious. We're just hanging out. It's so chill. And we've just been enjoying each other's company. And time goes so fast. It's already Saturday.
I know.
It's like, damn it.
Honey, we're gonna have to leave.
It's over. I know. It goes so fast.
But I know I want to thank you for having us. Sure.
Yeah, I always tell them they are always like this.
And you've been the best hostess with the mostest. You know, normally that's my kind of thing.
That's true. It's true. Yeah. I don't have the blow up flat.
Look, we haven't even made it to my
That's we still need all need a fair.
We'll do this.
But talking about what's kind of going on with your swinger life and events you've got coming up, anything going on exciting?
I'm going with you next weekend to Pat. I'm so
After dark.
excited.
Buckhead, Georgia.
I've been watching her on Instagram Live,
They're such
and she seems so cool. I can't wait.
I love them so much.
Can't wait to
And
see
you're gonna have such a good time. I can't wait to introduce you to all of them, and they're such a good crew.
I'm so excited. It's a glow party. I need to refresh.
DJ Like the Spice is DJing, so it's our old friends. Yeah, old friends.
Because it's been so long.
Yeah, we hadn't seen them for a year until I saw them the last TED event, and it had been a whole year at the Grove. We didn't realize it's been.
They had packages delivered.
It was a whole year.
They had packages delivered at the house for a bit, because in transit they could just stop by. And last time they came by, Miss Like the Spice was really sick, and so she didn't even come out. But I got to see Mr. Like the Spice again, and I'm just excited to see him DJ again. And then after that, we're headed to
Yeah, they're going to Hot Bashes to take over at Secrets in Florida.
Yes,
We talk about Secrets all the
I
time.
booked that in January, so I've been waiting for this for 9 months. I'm so excited. A lot of people already know, but a lot of people haven't met yet.
Yeah.
And
It's fun to do a new group of people, different that you don't know. You don't know everybody.
And then the week after that, we're going to
Lucky Ducky. Lucky Duckies.
No, I don't know what I was thinking when I booked it. I don't know, 3 weeks in a row.
That is a lot going on, especially with Secrets and anything within. Like,
a machine, but a break and
Bloom is your best friend.
in between.
You're just being exhausted, just physically, period. Just your body is like, it goes through a lot. Just one event, and I'm like, the next 2 weeks, I am. No, even just like dancing and walking and being on your feet, being up, sleeping, like, when you can. And that's hard on your body. No one ever talks about that as much as we should, because it's not easy and we're not young.
Before I even go, but I know it's going to be fun.
So much fun. It's going to go so fast. So fast, it always is. Well, then
We'll seeing you guys.
We're going to Secrets. We'll be at Secrets October 3rd through 6th. Brings by over. Always a solid.
It's October
crew.
3rd through the 5th, right? Yes, 6th.
3rd through 6th. So that's gonna always a good time. Secrets is just always.
Other than hubby and I have not been since the prom.
Yeah.
Which we haven't been able to financially, but we're making it. We miss all of our bills.
I know.
So it's really exciting. And I wish we could do fun, but
I know. I want to do every single thing. If I could just do everything.
I've got family matters that come in,
life,
and
there's life going on.
But we'll be seeing you guys. It's in October.
It's gonna be fun. And we've got finals and then Secrets, and then we don't have a big thing officially on the books anytime soon after that. But you never know. We're like
Random.
Yeah, we are spontaneous.
Trap.
I was about to say we needed another trap visit, like ASAP.
Couple months now.
And
Just a few quick.
I love random trap events.
They're ones in my life. So that's what I'm saying. Like that's the only official events booked, but we definitely need more.
I like the random.
We need
small
more of this
for sure
too, because I think we should do this more often. I think this is good for our soul. Yeah, once we get in
But girls' night?
Yeah, just hanging out.
Girls' night.
Just smaller group.
With the guys.
With the guys.
I guess we can.
Girl with the guy group.
Yeah.
And then next week, we're going to talk on our podcast more about our BDSM lifestyle. That's like the number one question, other than the regular, normal, boring questions. That is people are more curious about that. So we're going to kind of go deep more into what our dynamic was and our 24/7 dom sub life and kind of stuff we've never really talked about and we've never been able to talk about. And we kind of.
I really want to know more about it because
we're very intrigued by it. So
girls and I don't have much of a BDSM dynamic. I'm very much a dom, and we experimented with that a little bit, and it's just not something that comes natural with them. So I've never really delved much into it. Now there's plenty of subscribers and people who like the dog side of me and key holders and
good method too. Yeah, you're good too. I've seen peaks of it. Where I'm like, okay,
gone. Then
I just
but that's fun to explore and kind of play with.
Sometimes the dom wants to be subbed.
Yeah, I mean,
Absolutely.
switch is, yes, that's a very common term very many people use for a little bit of both.
And then we're going to go more into terms and all of that kind of stuff. Go more deep into that and talk to us about that. And then, yeah, we appreciate you guys being here. And thank you so much for sharing your experiences and your stories and your lives and just being in my life, period. Because I've dreamed and manifested you so hard. I've always wanted this all of my life. So I'm very, very, very blessed to have these girls. And I appreciate you being here and supporting me always. And I love you. But yeah, it's not that serious. Don't make it weird. We'll talk to you guys next time. Thank you. Bye.